everyone, and welcome to the Room of Requirement. Today I'm going to be talking about soul contracts and destiny paths and why certain people enter your life. This is tied into the previous two videos that I've done on timeline shifting and energetic shifting, and so I wanted to also add this in. So I'm going to be talking about what soul contracts actually are, why we make certain agreements with people, the structure of soul contracts, destiny paths, and what they really are, how people get pulled into our timeline, types of people who enter our lives, signs that you're in a soul contract, how contracts end, and how to rewrite contracts. So let's go ahead and dive in with this. Okay, so what soul contracts actually are, the esoteric definition. Soul contracts are pre-incarnational agreements made between souls before birth. They're either energetic, karmic, or evolutionary arrangements that determine who we will meet, the lessons that we will engage in, and the roles that we play in each other's spiritual development. These contracts shape the most influential connections of our lives with our parents, our lovers, our enemies, teachers, friends, soulmates, mentors, karmic partners, and catalytic strangers. Esoterically, soul contracts exist in a realm above linear time known as the causal plane, the level of reality where the soul's long-term evolution is organized. Here, souls view incarnations not as isolated lifetimes, but as a continuous curriculum. Contracts outline the lessons that we will face, the wounds that we will heal or trigger, the gifts we will activate, the karma we will balance, and the destinies we will converge with. These agreements are not rigid scripts. They are probability pathways that shape the major intersections of our life. You still have free will, but your consciousness is magnetically drawn towards certain people because the contract acts like a spiritual gravitational field. Why souls make these agreements? Souls create contracts for several reasons, all tied to evolution and expansion. One is karmic resolution. Unfinished business from past lives must be balanced. Souls reincarnate together to resolve, heal, or neutralize old energies. 2. Soul growth. Some contracts exist to catalyze transformation, like a challenging relationship that triggers awakening, shadow work, or courage. 3. Gift activation. Certain people enter your life to unlock skills, intuition, creativity, purpose, or soul memory. 4. Timeline redirection. Some souls act as course correctors, redirecting you when you stray far from your destiny path. 5. Destiny synchronization. Major life connections aligned with events, opportunities, and spiritual missions you agreed to before birth. 6. Collective service contracts. Some souls incarnate together to serve a larger purpose, healing family lineages, teaching spiritual wisdom, or raising collective consciousness. Every meaningful relationship is there for a reason. The soul wastes nothing. The structure of soul contracts, an esoteric perspective. Soul contracts are very layered. 1. Primary contracts are non-negotiable encounters. These include parents, key traumatic or transformative relationships, major loves, teachers, and destiny-defining encounters. 2. Secondary contracts. These are conditional encounters. They are people who enter if certain choices, timelines, or growth markers are reached. 3. Optimal contracts. These are free will activated. They are potentials, friends, lovers, partners who appear if your frequency becomes compatible. 4. Karmic contracts. Intense, emotionally charged, and often difficult relationships created to resolve past life debris, debts, or imbalances. 5. Soulmate or oversoul contracts. Members of your soul family incarnating together to support, awaken, or challenge each other. And this is usually about a group of 15. 6. Mirror soul contracts. These are extremely rare. These contracts center on accelerated awakening through mirrored shadow and light. Destiny paths and what they actually are. A destiny path is a soul's highest probable life trajectory, the path that aligns with your purpose, gifts, evolutionary lessons, and spiritual blueprint. While humans perceive life as linear, the soul sees multiple branching pathways. These paths shift according to free will, emotional healing, soul readiness, timeline alignment, life choices, the completion of contracts, and people enter your life to either push you toward, away from, or deeper into your destined trajectory. Some relationships expand your destiny, and others collapse paths where you were never meant to go. The mechanism, how people get pulled into your timeline. This is not random. People enter your life when 1. Your frequency matches the contract. When your emotional, spiritual, or psychological state aligns with the contract's purpose. 2. A karmic cycle ripens. Karma activates only when the soul is ready for resolution. 3. Destiny requires convergence. Certain individuals appear at a specific turning point to trigger crucial life changes. 4. You step onto a new timeline. Changing your inner frequency pulls new people towards you and old ones fade out. 5. Higher self intervention. Your higher self orchestrates encounters that accelerate your evolution. Types of people who enter your life through soul contracts. 1. The catalyst. This disrupts your life to awaken you, rarely peaceful and always transformative. 2. The karmic mirror. Shows you aspects of yourself you refuse to see. 3. The soulmate teacher. Feels familiar immediately, teaches love, trust, or boundaries. 4. The shadow trigger. Activates unresolved trauma so you can heal. 5. The timeline guardian, a person whose presence or absence radically changes your destiny path. 6. The resonant companion, aligned with your frequency, walks with you through an important phase. 7. The fated stranger, a brief encounter that redirects your entire life. Signs that you're in a soul contract, everyday life indicators. Instant recognition of someone that you just met, feeling unusually safe or unusually triggered by someone without logic, strong dreams or synchronicities around a person, a relationship that feels impossible to avoid or let go of, intense emotional charge around someone, time feels distorted in their presence, repeating themes, lessons, or patterns with them, a sense of deja vu, fate, or inevitability, feeling unfinished even after separation, sudden life changes triggered by meeting or leaving someone, a sense of purpose or transformation tied to the relationship, and these are all signs that indicate that the contract is active. So, how soul contracts end? Soul contracts conclude when the lesson is learned, the karma is balanced, the frequency mismatch becomes too great. This is ripping up the soul contract, as people would say. One soul evolves beyond the agreement. The timeline shifts. Free will overrides the contract. Its purpose is complete. When a contract ends, the relationship often dissolves organically, sometimes peacefully and sometimes suddenly. Release is part of the design, so completion is the closure the soul recognizes even if the mind struggles. So how to rewrite soul contracts and shift destiny paths. Soul contracts and destiny paths are not fixed. They can be rewritten the moment your consciousness, identity, and energetic frequency transform. Contracts dissolve when the lesson is integrated, when the karmic charge is neutralized, or when the soul evolves beyond the original agreement. To consciously rewrite a contract, you must shift the emotional pattern that created it, release the wound that's tied to it, and embody a new level of self-awareness. This alters your resonance and pulls different people, opportunities, and timelines into your energetic field. Destiny paths shift the moment you make a decision aligned with your higher self rather than your conditioning, because destiny is not a single road, but a network of potential futures waiting for you to choose the one matching your current vibration. When you heal, elevate, or change course, the universe reorganizes around you. The past no longer binds you, and the contract updates to match what you have become. Okay, you guys, that's all I have for you on this particular subject. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you heard some new information that you haven't heard before. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.